This is Newsbreak 26 in Southwest New Brunswick. I'm Vicki Hogarth. Here's what's happening in our part of the world. It's March break and many New Brunswickers have found a new southern holiday destination in their own province, St. Andrews by the Sea.
It's obvious that New Brunswickers circled St. Andrews as a destination where you can literally just go a couple hours away but yet escape.
To accommodate visitors to town this week, the Algonquin Resort collaborated with the town of St. Andrews and the St. Andrews Chamber of Commerce to ensure local businesses were open this week to offer guests an array of town-wide activities and also infuse the local economy with welcome shoulder season business.
Normally what happens in a March break is it's peaked towards the weekends and the weekdays kind of are slower, but what we saw a trend this year is that it was a static plateau through and through the March break, which also gave me the confidence to reach out to all the partners in the town saying this is the number of guests that we have at the hotel, and to create an experience for them. Would you consider opening the food and beverage outlets, opening the retail outlets? And they all came on board.
The wharf at Market Square in St. Andrews is getting a complete facelift. On Monday, St. Andrews Town Council made the motion to support the concrete pillar model as the preferred option out of the 3 proposed designs for wharf refurbishment.
And what became abundantly clear through the public input is over 95% of residents felt that the armor stone was not the best option for our community. They said that they understand the financial benefits and maybe the engineering benefits, but they're not willing to risk the visual impacts of our downtown. They're not willing to risk the heritage altering implications that this could have.
The concrete pillar model was selected because it harmonizes with the look and feel of the historic business district while providing longer-term sustainability than the wood model without potential tidal interference, which was a concern with the armor stone pier. The project will cost just over $5 million, with $4.3 million coming from funding for climate change adaptation from the federal and provincial governments. The project will begin in the fall of this year and is expected to take 2 to 3 years to complete without interfering with the commercial wharf season. A fire on the 127 in Bayside that began around 2 p.m. on Monday severely damaged a family home. The St. Andrews Fire Department was aided by fire departments from St. Stephen, St. George, and Oak Bay over the course of the 6 hours it took to put out the fire. While all members of the family were able to get out of the house safely, the family dog sadly perished in the fire. The cause of the fire is under investigation by the Provincial Fire Marshal's Office. Mayfield's Veterinary Clinic is opening a new location in St. Andrews. Mayfields will move into the old medical center at 108 Sophia Street, provided the property is rezoned to commercial, which is a condition of the sale. Finally, students from St. Stephen High School premiered the 2nd episode of Spartan TV this week. The show deals with issues students are facing during COVID-19, including coping with increased screen time. The episode also features an interview with New Brunswick Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jennifer Russell.
What are some things that you've done over the course of the pandemic to maintain a good mental health?
Great question. And I think everybody's self-care list is different. And I Google this stuff all the time. So if you Google self-care list, you'll find a bazillion. But I think they all have the same theme in terms of what keeps you nourished from a mental health perspective. So things that make you happy, whether it's a hobby or something, make sure that you try to do that every day. Whether it's crafts or arts or sports or music or whatever, make sure you really take time to do that every day. Making sure that you reach out to your friends and family. If you can't see them in person, reach out to them virtually, even if it's just pick one person a day and do that.
You can watch the all-new episode of Spartan TV featuring Dr. Russell on CHCO all this week. That's all the news I have for you. For more stories and live-streamed COVID-19 updates for New Brunswick, follow us on Facebook at CHCO.TV.
A news and public affairs production of CHCO-TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.